Sister Diamond from Diamond Shine. So guys, I'm so excited and I'm so glad that you decided to join me in the studio today. Today we'll be doing some cherry pies. Listen, with also the same, in the same night, I'm be doing cherry pies. I'm going to be doing a pineapple upside down cake. Guys, you do not want to miss these awesome videos. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can just be up to date with everything we are doing on the channel. Because listen, I do these videos, I do these tutorials so you can get this information for free. Listen, I spend time doing these things just to educate you, to help you to get better. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and support me. Anyway, so what we'll be using today is some cherries. These are my cherries I got from Schaefer Bee. This is my Queen Bee signature scents. I call it a Queen Bee because, amen, this is the bee right here. And so we call her Sabrina. Her name is Sabrina Butler. She's in my Facebook group, the Dessert Candle group. Very easy to find. If not, I'll put the link in the description box. Click on it, get right on over there and join the group so you can join the conversation and meet everybody as well. Also, I'll be using this graham cracker crust from her as well. Guys, before I get too far into that, let me tell you guys something awesome. During the week, I do my coaching sessions. You do not want to just sit around and just make candles and waste money and spend money on Amazon. You want to sit down with somebody that know the ins and outs of this business, that can be able to help you, that can be able to tell you what wick to use and what, teach you how to wick your candles on your own. You will not be disappointed if you go and click that link in the description box and get your coaching session, book it for next week, guys. I need to see your faces. Listen, the coaching sessions is pretty much like this. We sit down, we talk about, what is your plans? What separates you from the rest of the people in the candle industry? What will you do different? Where are you going? What is your vision? Also, what kind of wax? What do you want it to smell like? And then I give recommendations on what kind of wax you need to use, what you need to order, things like that. So guys, listen. Book your session and we'll talk. We'll see each other face to face. Yes, I don't have like a little robot or somebody else working for me. It's me. I take my time out of my day and I sit down with you because you are very important to me. So also, I'm going to tell you, you need some CD6 wicks depending on what kind of wax you're using. I can't recommend wicks for whatever wax you use. I can recommend wicks for whatever wax you're using, but for me, I'm going to be using like maybe some you know what, this is going to be an all gel candle. So I want you to get zinc or I want you to get CD. So I can recommend wicks, zinc or CD. So I'm using CD6. You can use CD6 or CD8. They will burn fine. This will be also 10 foil pie, 5-inch pie. You can do 5, you can do 10, whatever inch you want to do for your pie. That is your prerogative. You can do what you want to do. It's your prerogative. Do what I want to do. Your prerogative. Anyway, guys, I'm so excited to be here on this YouTube channel. I'm telling you, it's just sometimes it feels like a fight just for me to make these videos, but it's so worth it. And I'll continue to fight and fight and fight to get you guys this free information. Make sure you have your what is this thing again where you just go and you make sure you have that. Y'all know the name of it. That's the name of it. So make sure you have that. Make sure you got your whip. I make mines in bulk. So this was the one from the last video. I make so much at one time and I just go, I heat it up a little bit, I whip it, put it in the piping bag, use it again, and that's how I do with mine. Just make a lot at one time. It saves you a lot of time. If you can make a big giant bowl at one time, listen, one thing about the whip is this. Even though it get hard, the moment you put that back in there, it's soft all over again, just like it was when you first did it. So just, and if it's a little bit hard, just take a heat gun and just heat it up just a little bit, and then whip it, and it's just like new. I listen to Diamond. I'm telling you, Diamond knows what she's talking about. Listen to me. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. All right. So look, I'm gonna bring the camera down, guys. Oh yeah, this is the pineapples. I'm making a pineapple upside down cake tonight. Y'all don't want to miss that. Make sure y'all subscribe or whatever so y'all can see that too. And I'm gonna be using my Lone Star pineapple. I ain't even get a chance to use this yet. Yeah, I'm gonna be able to use it. I want to smell it. I don't know if I want to use a mask. All right, y'all, get ready. We about to go in. We got to get ready. We about to go in. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to wick this pie 10. I'm going to be using two. And while we're doing that, make sure you're warming up your wax. I'm going to color my wax red. I gotta look for my little soup spoon, because that is usually the easiest way for me to accomplish this whole journey. So I'm using my glue sticks, and I'm just going to use these glue sticks to lick this little tin. Alright. I showed you guys how to do this already. You really don't need no introduction, but I'm just going to let you see all of the whole process. Now my thing is a little bent, so I mean I detect a little ghetto-ness going on. It's bent a little bit, but I'm just gonna let it be what it is. But let this dry. It don't take but a second to dry. Let this dry. Heat up your wax. I got some red wax that I had from a while ago for this particular pie, so that's what you could do. I mean, if you have some wax or whatever, I'm gonna take this and I'll probably mix this with something else, and this, you know, or whatever. This is just for the video, but you know, if it wasn't, I wouldn't be doing this. But I'm gonna heat this red. This is how red you want it to be. This is good for me to show you guys this red. So let's do it, boo. Let's do it. Okay. All right. Okay, ignore my workspace. I had to redo some stuff. That's why you see this over here. You know, it's a mess. Ignore my workspace. But what we're gonna do is I'm putting a little bit of fragrance. Putting a little bit of fragrance inside my gel right now. Just a tiny bit. Because Sabrina Embeds is so strong that you really don't need too much fragrance. But this is, I'm just going to add a little bit of red to the pan before I add my cherries, because this is going to bring the cherries up a little bit further. So, you know, once we already wicked it and everything, so we're just going to add some red gel. We're going to add a layer of red gel. And this will prevent us from using like a whole lot of cherries. Like, it's not a reason to like fill up the whole pie with a whole lot of cherries. So, okay, so we're going to let that dry. And as it dry and solidifies, then we can just put the cherries on top of it, and we just going to basically just set it up, and that way the cherries is coming through, and then we're going to fill up the pie a little bit more with gel. So let's go ahead and let this solidify, and as it solidifies, we're going to add our cherries. All right. Okay, so I already started playing around with it, but since we got the layer already in here, do you see what it does? It brings the cherries to the top where you don't have to put two layers, because I started out doing it one way, but I had to go back and get it right, because I was like, no, that's going to use too many cherries, and I don't want to use two layers, because you see how this one is on the bottom? I have to put one over top of it, and if I'd have did it right with the gel, letting the gel fully solidify and not letting it sink to the bottom, I wouldn't have to do that. So this little layer of gel is really to save you money. That way you won't be using too much wax on your embeds, and my embeds is too precious to be just using up like that, okay? Alright, so now remember to bring them as close to the middle as possible, because on the outer layer we'll be using that for crust. So just try to bring your cherries as close to the middle as possible. And this is all bunched up in the middle, and that's the way I want it. Now, go ahead and start heating back up your wax. Like, I'm going to go ahead and start heating back up my gel. I done let my gel kind of get solidified, but it only take a second just to get it right. While you're doing that, get your crush ready, because we're going to go ahead and just start putting crust on the outer layer when we put our gel down first. But we're going to fill all of this up completely. Like, all of that is going to be completely filled with gel. So if you're ready, I'm ready. I'm gonna go ahead and get the gel, and we're gonna start pouring it on top. Okay, so let's go ahead and start pouring our gel on top. And remember, we're gonna fill it up, and make sure you're pouring it on your embeds. Don't just pour it in the middle, because you want your embeds to look like, you know, cherry drizzle is on it. So while you're pouring it, make sure you put it all on your embed. And just don't worry about it not being filled in around here. Lift your wicks up as well. Don't worry about that, because we're going to work all of that out. So might be a little spillage going on to the side, but we're gonna clean that up when we finish. But lift your wick up and go ahead and take you a wick trimmer and trim your wicks at this point. Okay. All right, now that we got our wicks nice and trimmed, we're gonna start going and working around. Like, we're gonna go and put some of this crust, because remember, the crust won't be seen as much. Like, we're just gonna put some crust and stuff all around, and mainly on the outside of the cherries. I don't want to put too much crust on it. You want to give it that crust effect, but sometimes we can go overboard, so just put some crust. Leave it to me, I'll put crust everywhere. Yeah, so just kind of go around, put crust all around. But don't cover it so much to where you really can't see the cherries. Like, you need to be able to see the detail of the cherries, so don't do too much. Now that we got that all squared away, we got our crust on there looking good. We're gonna do the best part, and that's the piping part. Most people love the piping because it's so cool, so relaxing. So they love that piping part. Now, I let my piping bag sit a little bit too long, so I might have to take this apart and redo it. But just go ahead and start piping. Now, my gel is still wet, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let my gel solidify a little bit more, because if you try to go and pipe and you got your wax going into the gel, that means that one, your wax may be too hard, or two, your gel is not ready. So we're gonna let this gel set up and be fully solidified, and then we're gonna go around it and we're gonna pipe it. Also, clean up those edges as well, but wait till the gel solidify and clean it up. All right. Okay, so I got my wax ready. I had to heat it up a little bit, because that's all you really got to do. Heat it up with a heat gun and get it back soft again. And now you see how it's coming straight out with no problem. Like, now it's just kind of just coming out. Have no problem, no issues. So that's what happened when the wax get too hard. So you know, next time, like, you're like, oh, my wax is too hard, that's why I was doing this. So now you see how it look. It's very pretty with the stars around. Like, it really look like a cherry pie. So guys, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like, hit the subscribe button. You do not want to miss the next video that we're going to do on this channel. We're going to do a cherry upside down cake. I mean, a pineapple upside down cake. Sorry about that. But this is how it look. This is the finished product. I'm going to let it dry. I'm going to let it set up. I'm going to hit it with a heat gun a little bit just so it can kind of stick and the dollops don't fall off, guys. All right. Have a good day. See you guys later. It was so fun. So fun. Enjoy. All right.